momentum, and I call the member for Hunter.
Thank you, Speaker. I rise today to speak on the very important topic of manufacturing. Right now it is tough for a lot of Aussies. Interest rates are continuing to go up, the cost of living is continuing to get harder, and these same pressures are making things difficult for our manufacturing sector too. Speaker, a strong Australia needs a strong manufacturing sector. It is no secret that our manufacturing sector is not as strong as it once was. The Hunter knows this well, and just up the road in Newcastle was one of the biggest steel manufacturing plants in the country, the BHP Steelworks. This gave jobs to many, many people in my electorate. Speaker, this closed in 1999, and who was the government then? Those opposite. Like me, those who worked in the car manufacturing industry also know all too well the struggle of manufacturing in this country. That's right, we do. And this doesn't take a genius to figure out who was in government then, when the last car manufacturer in this country closed down. Yep, that's right, Speaker, it was those opposite again. Now, Speaker, there appears to be a pattern appearing here. Whenever the decline of manufacturing sector is brought up, those opposite are associated with it. And then they have the tenacity to stand in this place and make pathetic and untrue claims that this government is doing nothing to help the manufacturing sector. Well, Speaker, it may be difficult to rebuild the manufacturing sector as quickly as those opposite knocked it down, but we will certainly try. This is a government who passed a $15 billion National Reconstruction Fund. And those on the other side of the chamber, the coalition, unsurprisingly, as they always do, said no. So don't claim that you care about manufacturing when you oppose a multi-billion-dollar fund aimed at building manufacturing again in this country. Those opposite would rather oppose for opposition's sake and see manufacturing continue to decline than vote with the government, because that might mean they're actually admitting that they're doing something right. Speaker, that is childish, playground-like behaviour, but luckily the adults are in government now. And Speaker, my electorate of the Hunter has always been a powerhouse for our state. And it is this government who are making sure my electorate will remain a powerhouse of New South Wales for decades to come. Speaker, 10 long years of energy insecurity and indecisions on energy policies cast some doubt on the future of power generation in the Hunter. But this Labor government is making sure jobs in the energy sector are created right where they should be, in the place which it always has kept the lights on, for New South Wales, the mighty Hunter. And Speaker, the National Reconstruction Fund is making this possible. And just in case you've forgotten, those who can probably hear having a whinge oppose this. If they had their way, energy generation in the Hunter would be making zero progress, stuck behind indecision and ideological roadblocks. But Speaker, the fund will provide opportunities for Australians and especially the Hunter in a broad range of areas. This fund will help our resources sector, a sector that I'm proud to champion, and a sector which gives the Hunter region, a sector which the Hunter region was built on. Because of this fund, manufacturing is already looking at coming to the Hunter, with Energy Renaissance building their first gigawatt factory just outside the Hunter, making our region home to lithium-ion battery manufacturing. But Speaker, this is just the beginning. This fund will create opportunities in the forestry and fisheries sector as well, the transport sector, in the medical science, renewables and low emissions technology, and also in defence. No matter where your skill set lies, job opportunities will be created for you, and underpinning every single one of those sectors is manufacturing. Speaker, we know things are tough for Australians, and we know this doesn't make it easy for our manufacturers. But despite what is being said by those opposite, we are getting on with the job of creating jobs and helping to encourage manufacturing in this country. We passed the National Reconstruction Fund, and I have no doubts that this fund will be pivotal in reconstructing our nation and all that has crumbled underneath the previous government, especially in the manufacturing sector. Speaker, this motion is nothing other than a political play by a desperate opposition who are trying to distract from the fact the reason we need a reconstruction fund is because their lazy attempt to govern this country. Thank you.